You're not going to believe how drastically this story shifted in just a few hours. What began as a simple discussion about Claressa Shields, LaMay, and the August 15th fight has now escalated into a major update. And trust me, this latest development raises far more questions than answers. Earlier today, I already broke down why I believe Claressa Shields is being pulled deeper into the Zeus network machine. And everything that has happened since only fuels that argument up until now. Every announcement tied to this event has shared one thing in common: it all circles back to Zeus Network and the Baddies brand. And believe me, the newest twist that hit my radar might be one of the wildest yet. Earlier we discussed Big Lex and Taseki being added to the card for what they're calling another pound-for-pound Baddies showdown event. At this stage, it's clear Zeus is driving the promotional push because they're banking on their reality TV audience to buy tickets instead of relying only on interest in Claressa Shields. Facing a 42-year-old opponent who reportedly suffered a brain injury in 2024, has an OnlyFans account, and only competed in 7 professional fights over the past few years. Now seriously, what exactly are we looking at here? Because the more details that emerge, the harder it becomes to understand the direction this event is taking currently. But here's something I mentioned earlier that many people may have overlooked completely entirely. And once you connect the dots, the bigger picture starts looking very different. Back in February, when Claressa Shields fought Franchen Cruz-Dezern, Zeus cameras were everywhere present. Natalie Nunn performed during the event, and later claims emerged that Franchen Cruz-Dezern had no idea Zeus was even filming. She reportedly never signed any paperwork allowing her image or likeness to appear on reality television. And around that same time, rumors started spreading that Claressa Shields was getting her own Zeus show before she later claimed during media interviews that the deal eventually fell apart not long after Claressa Shields released her faithful track while Zeus launched Zeus Records and pushed its own Baddies theme song, which makes this entire timeline even more interesting when you look back at it. And if we rewind even further, you'll remember Zeus also streamed the undercard fights from Claressa Shields' event, something Win Records later seemed to copy while trying to build own network before eventually changing directions. The difference is that Zeus has kept expanding beyond reality television by promoting artists, and you're not going to believe how much this story has changed in just hours. Again, what began as a simple discussion about Claressa Shields, LaMay, and the August 15th fight has suddenly turned into a major update. And trust me, this latest development raises even more questions than answers. Earlier today, I already broke down why I believe Claressa Shields is getting pulled deeper into the Zeus network machine, and everything that's happened since only adds fuel to that argument. Further up until now, every announcement tied to this event has shared one thing in common: it all circles back to Zeus Network and the Baddies brand. And believe me, the newest twist that landed on my radar might be one of the wildest yet. Earlier, we talked about Big Lex and Taseki being added to the card for what they're calling another pound-for-pound Baddies showdown. At this point, it's becoming obvious that Zeus is leading the promotional push because they're banking on their reality TV audience buying tickets instead of relying solely on interest in Claressa Shields. Facing a 42-year-old opponent who reportedly suffered a brain injury in 2024, has an OnlyFans account, and only competed in 7 professional fights over the past few years. Seriously, what exactly are we looking at here? Because the more details that come out, the harder it is to understand the direction this event is taking. But here's something I mentioned earlier that a lot of people may have overlooked, and once you connect the dots, the bigger picture starts looking very different. Back in February, when Claressa Shields fought Franchen Cruz-Dezern, Zeus cameras were everywhere. Natalie Nunn performed during the event, and later there were claims that Franchen had no idea Zeus was even filming. She reportedly never signed any paperwork allowing her image or likeness to appear on reality television. And around that same time, rumors started spreading that Claressa Shields was getting her own Zeus show before she later claimed during media interviews that the deal eventually fell apart not long after that. Claressa Shields released her faithful track while Zeus launched Zeus Records and pushed its own Baddies theme song, which makes this entire timeline even more interesting when you look back at it. And if we rewind even further, you'll remember Zeus also streamed the undercard fights from Claressa Shields' event, something Win Records later seemed to copy while trying to build its own network before eventually changing directions. The difference is that Zeus has continued expanding beyond reality television by promoting artists and boxing content at the same time, while Win Records never really established that same momentum. That's why today's announcements don't feel random. They look like part of a much bigger strategy. Like I said earlier, I already covered the Baddies undercard, but somehow another undercard announcement has already dropped. I honestly cannot keep up with this anymore. Every time I think we've seen the craziest matchup possible, somebody tags me in something even more unbelievable. snorts. This time it's Ray J versus Orlando Brown in yet another so-called pound-for-pound Zeus showdown. Absolutely not. I refuse to believe this is where we're headed. According to the announcement, another insane undercard fight has been added for August 15th, with Ray J and Orlando Brown supposedly stepping into the boxing ring before Claressa Shields versus K. Scott, the main event. But here's what immediately stood out to me at the lineup. It seems like almost the entire undercard is revolving around Zeus personalities rather than established Salita fighters, with Claressa's opponent being one of the few exceptions. If that's really the plan, then this event is starting to look more like a Zeus Network production than a traditional boxing card, and that leaves me with a lot of questions. As many of you already know, Ray J currently has a dating series on Zeus called Love Cam, basically the network's own over-the-top reality dating format, and I honestly gave it a fair chance before all the constant fighting and non-stop chaos completely lost me. I checked out a few episodes before I finally threw in the towel, and no, I don't even subscribe to Zeus Network, but let's just say there are plenty of ways people end up watching what's trending online. Anyway, that's not the point, because what we see here feels far bigger than another boxing promotion overall. To me, this whole rollout looks like Zeus promoting Zeus first, and the real main event second instead. The network secures exposure, builds leverage for future arena events, and if that's the strategy, Claressa Shields could end up doing all the heavy lifting while someone else walks away with the long-term win here. That's the part one don't think enough people are noticing right now. Then I began asking myself a few obvious questions, because once you slow down and really look at this lineup, some of it makes little sense here. Ray J, didn't you already compete in a celebrity fight where you later said things didn't go how you expected before? Weren't there public discussions afterward about the event, your health, and everything surrounding it too? So why are we suddenly back again in another boxing matchup? This is exactly why I keep saying that some former stars seem willing to do almost anything just to stay in headlines. Whether it's podcasts, live streams, celebrity boxing, or viral moments, the attention never really stops. But at some point you have to ask whether every opportunity is actually worth taking. I also recall seeing Ray J and Amber Rose appear together on a live stream not too long ago, and honestly the entire thing felt strange from start to finish. The more I look at this card, the harder it becomes for me to take it seriously. It feels less like a major boxing event and more like entertainment built around viral personalities. Think about it for a moment. Claressa Shields has often presented herself as one of the biggest names in women's boxing. Yet the undercard is filled with reality television personalities instead of recognizable professional contenders. That's a mix that naturally raises eyebrows. When I hear undercard, I'm expecting legitimate boxers trying to climb rankings here. Instead, this lineup feels designed more for social media engagement than championship competition. None of these celebrity matchups are moving anyone closer to a recognized world title or major sanctioning body ranking. So from a competitive boxing perspective, it's fair to question what purpose these fights actually serve. It also makes me wonder how many established fighters from Salita promotions will actually appear on this card. Because if most of the attention is centered around Zeus personalities, people are inevitably going to question the direction of the entire event. The challenge is perception. If the promotion starts looking more like a reality TV crossover than a professional boxing showcase, convincing hardcore fight fans becomes far more difficult. Not because celebrity boxing can't be entertaining, but because expectations change when you're selling a professional main event. Fans want to believe they're watching serious competition, not just another internet spectacle. And when you compare this to the conversations we were having about names like Lauren Price, Katie Taylor, Michaela Mayer, Shadasia Green, Chris Cyborg, and Hannah Gabriels, the contrast becomes even more noticeable. Those are the kinds of matchups boxing fans have been calling for, because they carry real competitive intrigue here. Instead, the promotional focus shifts toward attracting Zeus Network viewers. That may bring attention, but it also changes surrounding atmosphere of the event. We've already seen reports of chaotic scenes at some Zeus Network-related events in past. If large crowds are being drawn mainly by reality television personalities instead of boxing, then organizers will need to ensure everything is managed safely. Nobody wants any unnecessary drama. Outside ring fans should be able to enjoy the event without worrying about the crowd becoming the biggest story of the night. When I step back and look at the overall strategy, it feels like Zeus benefits regardless of Outcome here: their personalities get promoted, their platform gains more visibility, and viewers are encouraged to subscribe to watch additional content tied to the event. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields is still expected to carry the credibility of main event. That's why I keep asking whether this partnership is truly balanced, or whether one side is gaining far more than the other. Then I saw promotional caption directing people to Zeus while sending ticket buyers to Claressa Shields' bio, and honestly, that just adds another layer of confusion. It didn't feel like the kind of polished marketing you'd expect from a major boxing event at this point. I honestly don't know whether to laugh or shake my head. The more announcements that come out, the more questions they create instead of building confidence. Imagine telling boxing fans they're getting a professional championship atmosphere, then revealing celebrity matchups featuring Ray J and Orlando Brown alongside reality TV branding throughout event. Here, that's a very different presentation than what most people picture when they think of elite boxing. When you compare that approach to the way legends and current champions have traditionally promoted their fights, the difference is impossible to ignore. That's why so many fans are debating whether this event is being marketed as serious boxing or entertainment. First here, maybe it'll surprise everyone once fight night arrives, but based on everything we've seen so far, each new announcement seems to create more confusion than excitement.